I worry about the rise of misinformation, disinformation, and sort of like, AI being used to pump out images of things that haven't happened, and that being weaponized and us all rising up and killing each other. But I'll keep it light.
What do you want to watch?
Can't really do another true crime.
What about?
Oh my God. She even has your hair.
Well, I mean, it is like having 5 children, both in terms of while you're making them, making sure they all have the same energy and attention out of you, and they all need different things on a different day. But also, I would say that, like children, some days you have one you favor a little bit over another, but overall you love them the same. And I think that's, certainly how I feel about this season.
Yeah. I think the other thing is that because, and hopefully this is consistent in this season, is that the show is like consistently inconsistent in that it's different. It's like each episode is very different. So you have, in this season, there's an episode like Joan is Awful, which is an out and out comedy. And then you'll have an episode like Demon 79, which is kind of like horror. And so they're very different things. So it's quite hard to compare. You're not comparing like with like. And then when it comes to the whole series, like the whole history of the show, again, the same thing. There's some episodes I'd love for one reason, 1 minute. My allegiances change all the time. So I cannot say.
The man is lost.
I worry about the rise of misinformation, disinformation, and sort of like, AI being used to pump out images of things that haven't happened, and that being weaponized and us all rising up and killing each other. But I'll keep it light. That's sort of what worries me. Yeah. What about you? What's your scariest future? Or again, is it now? The next 5 minutes?
No, I mean, for me, it's always about people, right? Mm-hmm. So it's about, it's about people not standing up to bad people is the cleanest way to say it.
We've done quite a few, so like Joan is Awful touches on that a bit. And we've done quite a few stories that are kind of about that in a way. Certainly when it comes to, one of the things that everyone's talking about is the language, the generative language AI models at the moment, like ChatGPT, which is good at generating fairly generic documents and text. What it can't do yet is have original ideas. It hoovers up our ideas, humans' ideas, and so that is obviously, that's a worry from a creative standpoint, not because it's actually creative, but because somebody with a lack of imagination could look at it and think it's sort of original content, which it isn't. It's hoovering up other people's work. So that's worrying from that. And then the bigger perspective of is the situation from the Terminator going to happen? I hope not. I kind of think if it does happen, it'll happen in one afternoon. We'll sort of wake up that day and there'll be a small news item that says, super intelligent computer invents even more intelligent computer, and then by the end of the day we'll be sharing the planet with something so clever we might as well not bother. So in a way there's no point in worrying about it. That's a long answer.
This guy had been abducting people.
So that's what your documentary's about?
The details are so awful, it is irresistible.
That is a weird feeling. It can be a trap. In some ways, it can be a bit of a trap in that as soon as people feel that they know exactly what the show is, you could end up just recycling that over and over again. So another thing that we tried to do this season was shake things up, at least for one season, and do some episodes that are not what you would expect. So hopefully we disrupt that idea of exactly what the show is. Having said that, if people are walking around in their everyday lives going, I feel like I'm in a Black Mirror episode, brilliant, because that's free advertising for our show. Please keep doing that.
But it also happens to us that we're walking around and find sometime we're in a Black Mirror episode. While we were filming Joan is Awful, we were out to dinner with Selma and Annie and Michael Cera, and all of a sudden a woman walked through the restaurant in a green pantsuit with the stripe in her hair, and we all looked at each other and felt like we were in a bit of a Black Mirror moment. So, we're not immune either.
It has taken you over. You must be humble in the face of it.
The things they can do.
Have you not seen Joan is Awful?
No, but it's on my list.
Cine, música, series, libros, teatro, artes plásticas, gastronomía, todo el mundo de la cultura y el entretenimiento aquí en El Tiempo. Suscríbase al canal de YouTube del Tiempo, que además es gratis, y le mandamos notificaciones de nuevos videos.